video was inspired by a 2018 trip to the island of Oahu in Hawaii. It was a 10-hour flight between New York and Honolulu Airport. And the only free video that I probably watched 2 or 3 times was Lilo and Stitch. Anyone who is a Disney fan as well as an Elvis Presley fan would know that the soundtrack to Lilo and Stitch was entirely Elvis Presley's music. Now, while going through Hawaii, I didn't really understand the connection at the time, but the only song that would play over and over again in my head while I was there was Blue Hawaii. And as you can see from these breathtaking views from Diamond Head, which we hiked up on our vacation, you can see just how beautiful it is and understand why Elvis really liked this island. Over in the far right of the screen, the area known as Waikiki, that's Waikiki Beach. And if you zoom in a little bit closer, you can see an Elvis connection, the Rainbow Tower of the Hilton Hawaiian Village. Structure almost dead center of the screen. It's not the tallest building, but you can see where it juts out, where they have their marina, and that would be the Hilton Hawaiian Village. Carry on the theme of Hawaii. When I returned home, I put on Blue Hawaii and tried to find some of the places that we saw. Particularly of interest was the opening scene when Miley is racing to the airport to pick up Chad, Elvis Presley, from the airport. And so I wanted to track down exactly where this was located, and we're going to go over that in this video. Let's take a look at this first scene where the officer pulls out of a side road, and I noticed that there's something that says, I thought it said toys, and then there's a distinct triangular structure. So I just did an internet search for mid-century architecture in Hawaii and came up with Tops, which is located on the corner of Ala Moana and Ina Road, and it says under Tops Canterbury Coffee Shop across from the Hilton Hawaiian Village. The Tops Coffee Shop was operated and built in 1956. Unfortunately, it was demolished in 1976 and now is the site of the Canterbury Place condominium tower. The inverted pyramid sign appears, which I didn't realize, in the opening sequence of the 1968 to 80 TV show Hawaii Five-0. And as the officer turns the corner, we also see another structure. It is a dome. Continuing with my internet search, this led to the landmark known as the Kaiser Dome, which sat at the corner of Kalia Road and Ala Moana Boulevard and sat on Hilton property, which was built in 1957. It was demolished in 1999 and is now the site of the Hilton Kalia Tower. Geodesic dome was made out of aluminum and it was constructed within 20 hours. So interesting to note that in 1973, Elvis stayed in the Rainbow Tower of the Hilton Hawaiian Village while he did his Aloha concert, and the dome was used for the band and the musicians to rehearse in until Elvis showed up. Continuing down Ala Moana Boulevard, it leads into this area, and those pillars were of interest. I was able to find them. It is the entrance to Ala Moana Park, also where the Waikiki Yacht Club is located. Get an overhead view, and you can see the yacht club on the bottom there with all the boats, and we're going to zoom in and you could see that forked intersection from Ala Moana Boulevard into the park area. Notice in this scene the curbs on the left-hand side, that's actually the entrance to a parking lot. and then Miley and the officer pull over, and on our satellite search where that second SUV is parked, that would be where Miley stopped her car. Around from that spot, and you can see the yacht club. You can see where the boats are docked, and here's a closer view. Notice on the upper right hand side there's a structure, and you can see the boats in the foreground and then the building across the water. And let's look at a close-up here. You can see where the officer pulled over all the way to the right, probably mid-screen. There is the structure, and there are the boats on the left. You also see some pillars, cement pillars. Those are no longer there, as you can see, but we searched a little bit further down the road, and we noticed that further in the park, those pillars still exist, but they had taken the other ones down to make more dock space. All in all, this route and this beginning scene started down by around Queens Beach. She traveled down Kalakaua Avenue and all the way down towards the Hilton Hawaiian Village, made a left onto Ala Moana Boulevard, and took that all the way into Ala Moana Park. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you ever get an opportunity to visit Hawaii, um, take a ride and recreate the beginning scene to Blue Hawaii. Aloha.